Hey YouTube, World Harvest is plenty. Don't you guys sense the strangeness that's in the air? There's something up with this whole picture of what's going on across the world right now, especially in America. Today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the government shutdown, about the WIC and SNAP benefits that may be canceled because of it, and the nuclear exercise that's happening in Russia, in addition to some other things. Let's check out the WIC stuff first, the WIC and the SNAP benefits.
SNAP benefits could be impacted if the government shuts down on Sunday. President Biden is warning it could cause widespread suffering for 7 million people struggling to pay for food.
U.S. Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack joins us now to provide some clarity. Mr. Secretary, thanks so much for being with us.
You bet.
So if there is a shutdown, what would it mean for programs such as WIC? Just give us some specifics for people who are watching, who rely on that income, what they can expect if this deal is not reached.
Well, the reality is that on October 1st, many WIC recipients will see the program end. They won't be able to obtain the benefit. They won't be able to have access to infant formula, the fruits and vegetables that this particular program provides to nearly 7 million pregnant women, postpartum women, babies, and children under the age of 6 years. Nearly half of the babies born in this country participated in the WIC program. So it's a significant situation for those families who desperately want to take care of their children, desperately want to provide nutritious food, but won't be able to do so because the WIC program will stop.
So YouTube world, do you find anything strange, any anomalies is what's going on in the world today? It's crazy how everything is just happening so quick, so fast. That's why I always urge you guys to be prepared for anything that these wicked demons in human flesh throw at us. I don't think it's a coincidence of all this stuff happening and converging at the same time. That's why it's important to keep preps ready, and also not just for you and your family, but you may be a resource for somebody else who may need some food, may need water, or things like that. And so with this government shutdown happening, which I believe was already pre-planned ahead of time, but they like to get on TV and show this so-called brinksmanship, where it looks like the Republicans are doing this, the Democrats are doing that, and they just can't come to an agreement because of so-and-so, and so they just shut down the whole government. But they're shutting down the government on October 1st, so they say, and they don't have to come into D.C. or into office. But we're having this emergency broadcast test on October 4th. And at the same time, Russia is having a nuclear exercise on October 3rd. All these things that make you go, order ab chaos, order comes out of chaos. Now, I'm not saying that anything is going to happen next week. That's not what I'm saying. This is not a doom and gloom video. It's a video just to make you think, as it says here on the screen, order ab chaos. Think for yourself. I want to get you guys thinking about the synchronicity of these events and what it could possibly mean, because everything that happens in the physical has probably already happened in the spiritual realm. It's a mirror, as above, so below. So let's look at WIC real quick and start there. So it says, in a government shutdown, here are the nutrition programs affected. WIC will feel the impact first, but SNAP and school meals may also be hampered. And if we go here, it says a government shutdown could have an immediate impact on WIC, a program that provides grocery assistance to 7 million pregnant people, mothers, children, including more than half of all newborns in the United States. Some recipients of the special supplemental nutrition program for women, pretty much SNAP, may be turned away from stores as early as next week, said Jerry Hinchy, Director of Nutrition Policy at the Food Research and Action Center, a nonprofit organization for eradicating hunger and undernutrition. Many families may be unaware the program stopped putting money on their electronic benefits card and will be stranded at the grocery checkout with no way to pay for it, she said. Then she goes on to say, what's being proposed is just shutting off the money. For many states, that means the program just stops. And so what do you think is going to happen to a lot of people who depend upon those benefits? Yes, there's going to be food banks. There's going to be churches. There's going to be people who have the means who are going to donate a little money, to help a lot of these people out. Family and friends will be leaned upon to help these people out. But it seems like, stopping the WIC and the SNAP benefits at a time of rising inflation, high costs, high unemployment, and all of these things, it's like they're building a recipe for chaos in the streets. What do you guys think about that? Earlier in the year, I did a video and I was talking about how these Congress people were given satellite phones. Remember that? They were given satellite phones that said that in the event of a major disruption in America or a mass global outage, a mass outage of communication in America, that they would be able to communicate with each other and with the government and the military with these satellite phones. And I always thought that was very suspicious that they got satellite phones and that they're preparing for something. Now you have this government shutdown supposed to take place on October 1st. Then on October 3rd, as I will share with you guys here, Russia is having their first nationwide exercise simulating a nuclear attack from the West. This takes place on October 3rd, next week. So let me read a little bit, and this is, you guys can find this stuff too, but let me just read a little bit. It says, Russia will stage its first nationwide nuclear attack exercise across 11 time zones in preparation for potential nuclear war. It is scheduled to take place on October 3rd and will see Vladimir Putin's regime present the West as a nuclear aggressor. The one-day nuclear attack exercise, which has only ever been done region by region, will include preparation for the destruction of up to 70% of Russian housing stock and life support facilities. So allegedly, this attack will assume that 70% of Russia was taken out. It says it will assume the scenario that martial law has been introduced in Russia and that it has gone through full mobilization. Imagine that. Russia's hit with a nuclear attack that takes down 70% of the housing and the life support facilities for the Russian people, and Russia enacts martial law to quell any dissent and to order ab chaos. Order ab chaos. Remember that, right? They will create order out of the chaos from this so-called nuclear attack from the West. And this takes place on the 3rd of October, 2 days after the government shutdown on October 1st. And then, of course, the next day after that is October 4th, where the emergency alert system kicks in and does their nationwide alert on radio, cell phones, and TVs. Don't you find all of this stuff strange? It reminds me of the Back to the Future video that I just recently did, where it says we're out of time. Out of time was on the license plate of the car in Back to the Future. I just find all of this stuff strange. I'm sure you guys probably find it strange or think something is up. Even with the WIC and the SNAP benefits, what if the shutdown lasts, a long time, and these people can't eat? They're probably going to take to the streets and probably loot places, to try to get food. Who knows what type of chaos they could throw us into? I just know that these people are not your friend, whether it's the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. I know a lot of people still believe and trust in their politicians. I had someone telling me the other day, oh, just wait till Trump comes back. He's going to make it right. People still don't understand that Trump is a Freemason and that he's part of the swamp. He's not against the swamp. Well, yeah, but why are they persecuting him? People don't understand. The whole world is a stage. The whole world is a stage. It's like the WWF wrestling. Everybody's enemies on camera. Behind the scenes, they're friends. They're sitting on the TGI Fridays, having Jack Daniels chicken and shrimp together, whatever the case may be. You guys need to just vote for Jesus Christ and stay in God's word and let God be your fortress. You know, the Democrats and the Republicans are going to play you like puppets because both parties are controlled by these Luciferians. I'm just speaking the truth. You guys can, you know, listen to me now or believe me later on, but the New World Order, the Novus Ordo Seclorum, that's the main agenda, the great work. That's the main agenda for the day. That's what is being served, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I hope everybody wake up and recognize what's really going on in this crazy Luciferian world. So that's all I have for you guys. If you guys think that there's any silliness or any strangeness that's going on with all this stuff that's happening, leave a comment below. I'll come with some more videos as well before the weekend is out. I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.
Through this technique of problem, reaction, solution, you can actually manipulate people to demand you do what you want to do anyway. So it works like this. First of all, you create the problem, but you get someone else to be blamed for it. You then report that problem through the media in the way you want it reported, because the media is owned by the same people that own the banks and etc. You get the public to react to your problem by saying something must be done, this can't go on, what are they going to do about it? And at that point, they, who have covertly created the problem and blame someone else, who've gleaned that reaction of do something, then offer the solution to the problems they have created.